Hi, good morning, guys. Welcome to another vlog episode. Today, I'm just going to talk to you because I'm pretty pumped. I'm going to build a new project. I have some time in between contractors, so I was thinking let's build something for myself. Lately I'm doing some more stuff with YouTube and see a hole that I want to be plug, and that is Playout. Yeah, most people probably don't know what that means, but Playout is a sort of a playlist. But if you were watching TV, then you'll never start at the start of the program. You're always, put the TV on and then jump into halfway, maybe, or 10 minutes after the start of the program. So the people that make the playlist decide when the next program starts, and not the viewer. And what that involves is that there is a sense of life that when you're watching it is live, and people call that Playout. Now, what I want to be able to do is use online containers to have a Playout situation. So I upload a video file and it gets stored somewhere, and I can schedule it in and say what all the metadata is, and maybe use the Playout channel also for a live video feed on my own website, or use all the items that are in the Playout as video on demand, because video on demand is a large thing, and the Playout is actually sort of a scheduled list. So now I want to be able to create that. So let's talk about it. I'm going to make a minimum valuable product first. So what that means is I want to be able to go as fast as I can to the start of a working prototype, or maybe more than a working prototype. The graphical user interface will probably not be looking that cool, but the functionalities of the phase 1 or the minimum functions should be in there. So you could upload a file and create a little playout that for the next upcoming days, or that sort of thing. So that should be possible, but if the GUI looks horrible, then I can leave that. I need it to work, and afterwards I can try to make it look better and function better, but those are all iterations. I'm going to do it on the Kanban way, so I'm going to make a backlog of all kinds of short tasks that I need to build. I'm going to put them in a backlog and work my way through all those items to make sure that I have a constant burn rate on the items to do. The time frame I'm thinking of putting in 4 weeks or 5 weeks of work, because it's a lot of work, and then see what I can do in 4 weeks. The description, as I was talking before, it's gonna be a SaaS model, so software as a service. I want to be able to make a new user on the system, or that somebody can ask for users himself, so that I don't have to create clients, so that there's just a button for I want to use this product, and I'm going to pay X amount of money a month and then I can use it. So it's a service. I want it, it's gonna be a service that runs on Google App Engine, so that I don't have all the FTE hours on server maintenance or spool ups or whatever kinds of stuff. An App Engine supposed to Amazon EC2 is that you don't have to do any maintenance on server OS, because Google App Engine has it's a sort of a runtime. You can upload PHP or Python, and that runs in the cloud. And if it needs more service, then they take care of the spin up of extra power, or you don't have to make a stuff in your code so that you distribute more web service or more app service, or they take care of all those kinds of things, even security upgrades of the server and all kinds of stuff. It's a Google thing, so I kind of like that. Heroku does a similar thing. It's also an option. There's also Laravel Forge, which is an option, but I don't want to spend time in maintenance of servers. It's not something that I like to do. It's more of a hassle than fun. I like to have some fun with that sort of thing, but not too much. It's good to be handy on the terminal on Linux anyway, CentOS, or you should try it as well. Main thing in this is I need to have YouTube connection, so the client should be able to create a new channel and then say I want it to run on channel X, and that is my YouTube channel, and so that you can create a connection via an API of Google to your YouTube channel, so that if you upload your video via my service, then that I can push it to the storage of YouTube and the bandwidth that comes with it. In a later stage, I want to connect more external silos, basically storage connections, maybe Amazon or S3 or something, so that you can store your video there as well, and then you can stream it from other CDNs or streaming solutions besides YouTube. But if I am going to do that, and when, then I need to build an encoding API, because the beauty of YouTube is that you dump one file to it in a high resolution, and they take care of all the transcoding, and so if I'm going to use other connections, then I need to transcode the files as well, and then I have to build a solution for it, which is nice to build, because I have built one before. It's in production for the Parmando site, parmando.com. I have built an extra plugin for the WordPress site. It's basically an upload system, so that you can upload your big format file, and that it's going to transcode on the server using FFmpeg and several templates. I make 6 different versions of the file, and you can just play those via Waza server, but I can also make it configured so that it plays out using some other kinds of packagers. the basic is that you transcode multiple MP4 files in different resolutions and bandwidth and GOP sizes, so that you can use that as Playout, and that's where it starts. I'm not gonna bother with the DRM because DRM is very hard. But if there eventually would be somebody that would pay for a DRM solution, then of course that would be an option. But for now, it's just not in the solution. Technologies. I want to build it in PHP in Laravel framework, Bootstrap front-end stuff, and on the Google App Engine, on data store. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do. Object store would be fun because of the large amount of possible data store. So, but I have to decide and see what I can do. Laravel framework is a PHP based framework. It's supported by a lot of people, and the development is good. PHP, why would I use PHP? I like PHP. There are a lot of people that can do PHP, so if you need more developers, then it's easy to find. They're not that expensive, as opposed to other technologies like Ruby on Rails or Java programmers or .NET developers. They're hard to find in the Netherlands, and if you find them, then they're expensive, and then why would they want to work at your company? Something difficult to. I have seen this problem a lot at companies in the Netherlands, like in banks and all that sort of kind of thing. The programmers have to either make a lot of money or have to really be in love of the product that they're doing. So I don't really like that kind of thing. I like to be the programmer should be easy to communicate with. He should be easy to start with. It doesn't have to be a large IT schooler or anything. It can also be the guy that just learned a lot of PHP at home and grown into his job and did a lot of stuff. The nice thing of the frameworks is that it forces the developer to use a standardization type of coding. So if he's making spaghetti code, then it just doesn't work. So using a framework is a good way to get structure and similarity in all the coding solutions from several programmers. So that's the reason why to do it, and why should you build all the solutions yourself, like Laravel has caching and that's those sort of thing, memcache, and you need those kind of things. If you build them yourself, then it's just costing you more work. The develop tools, I'm gonna set up a Git repository. I use Eclipse because Eclipse is the same on my Linux machine, on my Mac, and on a Windows machine. I just want my development environment to be the same. I don't want to use all kinds of other codes or stuff, and I just want to code, and it works in most plugins or can work in Eclipse. So Eclipse is fun. I, for instance, hate to use Xcode or anything. I'm probably gonna make some kind of interface that's gonna use Ionic framework for iOS and Android devices, because I want to be able to, for instance, take a video with an iPad and upload it to the system via Ionic framework, or which is or Cordova based type of thing. That would be an addition that I think is cool, because I talked about stuff with a friend of mine, and what if in this situation of small journalism, if you would be a a small company that makes news items in the Netherlands or whatever country, sets up a channel on YouTube and runs through the city via his iPhone, and shoots all kinds of short items. Then he wants to be able to just upload the video item without going to the VIA editor system. So open the app, select the video item, type in the metadata on your iPad or whatever, upload it to the system, schedule it in the Playout, and you could even play it out in the live channel Playout that same hour. That's a bit of the goal that I want to be able to do. So create, schedule, and Playout. So what you see that I want to be able to do is then a small news gathering or events streaming via creating a little video. I don't see the necessity to do a live stream from the iPad to the system just yet, but it also should be an option in the future. Just because it is possible, maybe, because I think it can be done, but I have to find time to build it and see if there's market for it. Now this is basically what I want to build. Of course, there are a lot of other small things that I need to build with it, like what kind of features are going to be able to add to the metadata of the YouTube files. But of course, things like monetization options should be in there, sharing options, and what kind of data would be pushed to Twitter when this thing goes live, or all that sort of thing should be edited. And is it going to be in the Playout or not? Or is it just an item on your channel? Those options are also a possibility. But you'll see what I'll keep you posted, and try to explain as much as I can via vlogs in the meantime while I'm doing the project. Basically that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think. What should I build? Subscribe and like the video. If you haven't done already, subscribe, which is good. And see you next time. Thanks.